Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I have a GALA Games video for you guys. I haven't covered it on my channel in a while due to the lawsuit issues. Just kind of wanted to see how things unfold a little bit on this one, but wanted to cover some things with you for GALA today, just so you can kind of take a step back and look at it for yourselves as to what's going on with the lawsuit and everything. Some things I wanted to cover in this video to get out to you. As you guys know, I did hold some GALA previously and I sold it when the lawsuit news came out, and I want to get into the reasons why on that on this video. I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Please give this video just a really quick like, and let's jump into it. Alright, so GALA currently at 1.3 cents. I sold mine up I think around the 1.9 cents range or something like that when the lawsuit news came out. So it has come back down, and I figured it would continue, and it may still continue to come back down. We may get down to 1 cent on GALA. There's some things going on with it behind the scenes. I kind of touched on it in one of my most recent videos a little bit. Some really questionable things going on, so I wanted to get this out in the open for you guys to make up your own decision on it and kind of give you a background on why I sold and what the potential for GALA is going forward on this. They have had some good things going with it recently. I'm going to play a little bit of clip of this video for you guys. This is for CNN in Philippines. You know, Bitbender did an interview with them, so I wanted to I'm trying to be a neutral party in this, but I wanted to have you watch this video and let you know what's going on with it a little bit. They are getting some coverage. So let's take a look here.
I discussed this and more with GALA President of Blockchain, Jason Brink. So Jason, we have seen rapid acceleration in technology in recent years, you know. Nowadays, you can even own something online. For our viewers, can you explain what digital assets are?
Sure. Digital assets are essentially owning items in games, film, music, these sorts of things. At GALA, this is something that we believe in very strongly. We believe that everybody should have an opportunity to own their entertainment experience.
How important is it to own digital assets in this day and age?
Well, I think that for a long time, gaming specifically, and I'll focus on gaming because it's the easiest thing for people to understand. When I was a kid, you would go to the store and you would buy a video game, and it would come in a box, and it would have a cartridge in that box, and that was yours. And if I wanted to, I could take that cartridge and I could give it to you, and then you could play with it. There was a change in the way that gaming functioned, so that instead of having an actual item, everything suddenly just became completely digital, but there was no ownership attached to it. So if somebody wanted to, you know, delete your items from a server or something like that, they would be able to do so. So what we do at GALA is we give you ownership of those in-game assets and of the game itself in some cases, so that you can trade it, you can give it to a friend, you can sell it, you can do whatever you'd like with it. It is yours at the end of the day.
All right, well, you gave a few examples already of what digital assets might look like, right? But do these include games, as you said?
It can, yes.
Music, as well as film.
So I'm not going to play too much more of this. I don't want this video being too long. You guys can watch this interview. It is a good interview with GALA, and Bitbender did a good job covering what they're doing and what NFTs are and how blockchain is going to be the future of a lot of these different assets out there. And it is good coverage for crypto, certain things like this, to get it out in the world out there so people are aware of what NFTs are. I like what they're doing with this. I give Bitbender props for that. And remember, guys, if you're looking for somewhere to do your crypto taxes, you can go to AWAKEN.tax. I've got the link in the description of the video for you guys. They're sponsoring this video. These guys are fantastic. They are crypto enthusiasts, so they've set up their platform to track all of your crypto transactions and make it simple and easy for you guys to track your portfolios throughout the year. And it's free to use throughout the year. The only time you pay any kind of fee is when you actually go to export the document for your tax, for your TurboTax, or for your CPA or whoever's doing your taxes for you. That's the only time that there's any kind of charge. So we'll take a look at their website quick here. So it tracks all of your different wallets, and it shows you in your portfolio. You can go to your tax reports here, and it'll show your short-term and long-term capital gains if you're in the United States and that. And you can actually track this to see how your portfolio is doing for free throughout the year. That doesn't cost you anything, like I said, to do that. And then you can also refer people. If you look up here, it's got a refer a friend, and you get a $25 credit towards that generated tax report when you go to pull it for your crypto taxes. And it's based off from how many transactions you have. So if you have fewer transactions, it's just going to cost you less, but they have all kinds of deals out there for this. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that, and I want to thank Awaken for sponsoring my channel. All right, let's jump back into it. So let's get into the lawsuit a little bit on here. These articles, all the lawsuit documents are public, and you can see the accusations on both sides. I'll put the links to these in the description of the video. I encourage anyone who's investing in GALA to read through both lawsuits and see the accusations from both sides. There are some very concerning things from both sides, but I encourage anyone to look through both documents on both sides of the coin as to what's being accused of both sides of the party. And these are two separate lawsuits against both co-founders of GALA Games. There's a lot being accused, and there's proof and documents for a lot of this that's going to come out in the lawsuit. This is just the beginning of the lawsuit. My fear is with this is the SEC at some point is going to get involved. They've already gotten involved and charged Thurston and True North with illegal activity in the past with some companies that he's owned. And if any of this comes out where it could negatively affect GALA, GALA could be sued by the SEC itself, and not just Thurston. If there was things on both sides of the party that were found to be illegal activity, you're going to have the SEC step in, and it's not going to be pretty for GALA Games. That's one of the main reasons I stepped out of GALA, because if the SEC gets involved, it's going to be a legal nightmare for them to have this all hash out. And it's the thing about this is the whole thing that upsets me about this is this gives crypto a bad name when stuff like this happens. And unfortunately, there's a lot of greed in crypto. That's one of the reasons why I started my channel, is to just kind of give crypto a positive outlook. There's so many freaking scammers in crypto, and it just made me disgusted as a new investor into crypto. I see people get scammed every day, and I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I'm hoping that we do get some legislation and some clarity in crypto, so we can try to stop a lot of these scams. We need mass adoption to happen to further protect people from these scammers. It's really, really heavy in the crypto space. Now, I don't want that to take away from the good that's happening in crypto, because I think there's more good in crypto than bad. And that's why I invest in it. The opportunities for us to make a true life-changing wealth in crypto is definitely there, and I do see the bright future of crypto and blockchain. It's just unfortunately that there's a few bad actors out there that are using crypto for bad. And once you send your funds to somebody in crypto, there's no getting it back. In most cases, there's certain cases where they've been able to track down wallets, and they move the funds that they've stolen to an exchange, and the exchange will seize those funds and sometimes get them back to the original owners. But that's usually few and far between. In most cases, that doesn't happen. But as far as the GALA Games lawsuit, I try not to get distracted here and try to stay on point. But I want you to go watch this Lyan Warlord, his YouTube channel, and what he's found with GALA recently. He's pointed out that they've been dumping coins on the public, and they've been lying to people about doing it. Now, the reasons for it, maybe they've got expenses they need to cover for the project, and that could be why they're dumping. But it sounds like they're lying to people about what they're doing, and that's why it looks like a lot more coins have gone into circulation since this lawsuit has come out. So that's not a good sign, and maybe they're trying to cover legal fees on the inside with it and paying people for that. I don't know. That's going to all eventually come out, but it just seems like there's more and more things going on. You know, Bitbender has stated that he's not involved in this lawsuit at all. But if you go through the documents in that, there are the situation where he has made his wife the president of part of one of the companies involved, and paid, it looks like maybe paid her funds to operate certain aspects of the company while some of these funds were being dumped in the background. Now, whether that was, you know, personally myself, you know, being a part of, you know, I own like DCA Crypto is my company. I would have no problem hiring my wife to do certain portions of the business for me. If I needed someone that could do those roles and she was capable of doing it, of course I'm going to hire my wife and pay her to do that. That's just, you know what a lot of people do is hire a family member to do certain things. And my wife's a stay-at-home mom, so if I could find a role for her in my company to pay her to do certain things where she can make some money at home, I would surely enough go ahead and do that. So I don't think that's necessarily something shady that he might have done, but if that is the case, be honest about it and come out and say this is why. And all this is going to come out in the court case. Maybe there was an opportunity for him to pay his wife to do something and nothing shady was going on, and that could certainly be the case. So give Bitbender the benefit of the doubt with that, because we don't know the details yet, and this is all going to come out in the lawsuit. So, but I encourage you to go watch this guy's video, look at the evidence for yourselves, and see what he has to say. I'm trying to stay neutral here. I don't want people hating on me because I sold my GALA. I just very hesitant to invest in something where the SEC could get involved, and there's lots of lawsuits pending, and more lawsuits could come forward. They lied to us about the GALA V2. Whether they did that to save the company or not, that's one thing or another. But, you know, come out after the fact and say, look, guys, this is what happened. You know, I guess they're kind of doing that in some of these court documents. They haven't been truthful to the investors, and that's the thing that worries me the most about GALA. It seems like there's a lot of things that have happened behind the scenes that they've lied to us about, or just, you know, completely hidden altogether. Now, whether they did that because they're trying to save the company in the background and not get investors worried, we'll have to kind of see how that all unfolds. But I'm just taking a step back right now. I'm not investing in GALA. Certainly it could do well in the upcoming bull run if the company itself survives this lawsuit and nothing negative comes about it. But my opinion on this is these lawsuits are going to have a negative impact on GALA going forward in the upcoming bull run. And if the SEC does have any lawsuits further against GALA Games itself, that's really going to have a negative impact on it. So that's why I've kind of not invested in it. At some point I might decide to, you know, if it gets down to under a penny, might be worth sticking some money for me in there just in case it does overcome this before the bull run takes off and, you know, does well in the upcoming bull run. But being where it's at now, you know, it's at less than half of the price it was before the V2 tokens. I think it was right around 3 cents, and then, you know, it's dumped down to almost a penny now. So I think maybe if it got down to that 1 penny range or lower, I might scoop some up and just hold on to it for the bull run. But I'm glad I sold it because I kind of figured the price was going to come down even further. And I did get my GALA for free when the V2 upgrade came out, and I explained in one of my videos how I got that 100,000 GALA tokens for free. Anytime, you know, they do a V2 token upgrade and they're going to be doing airdrops, there's an opportunity to get free tokens out of that if you're smart and know what liquidity is and how that works with the dexes. So, but that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for GALA. Really don't have any price predictions for this one in the upcoming bull run, guys, because this lawsuit is going to impact the whole price of GALA personally. And if it recovers from it before the bull run takes off and everything is cleared with the company itself, I could see it doing really well. But if it doesn't, I think it's going to have a really negative impact on the company. And there's always a possibility that they have to start selling assets of the company and dumping coins to pay for legal fees. I don't know if that's what's going on right now, but It's just a scary situation for me to be invested in, and that's why I've chosen to step aside. But I'm trying to have a neutral viewpoint on this, and until everything comes out in the courts, I don't want to give them any negative image themselves, because we don't know the whole story yet. So just be careful, read through the documents, and make decisions for you and what you think is best for your investment. And I'm not telling you to believe this Lyan Warlord YouTuber. He's presenting some evidence. Go investigate it for yourself and make a decision on what you think is going on. And I don't want to give GALA a bad name, because they have brought blockchain gaming to the forefront for crypto, and I do like the project and the company itself for doing that, and it could overcome this and do really well. We'll just have to kind of see how it plays out. But that's pretty much what I've got for this video. I'd really appreciate it if you give this video just a quick like. I'd love to hear your comments in the video about what you think GALA is going to do in the upcoming bull run, and if you sold, or if you're holding, or if you're buying more. I know some people have sold, some are buying more, but I'd love to hear you guys' price predictions for GALA and what you think of this lawsuit in the comments below. Love to hear more people's opinions on it. And that's pretty much what I've got for this video, guys. Don't forget to check out my free Telegram and the membership Discord. We will see you on the next one.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me.